What is the correlation between the second caliph of Islam, Umar, Narendra Modi, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, and the state of Israel? We will find out this in the end of the video. Right now, we need to talk about Hagia Sophia. A move to turn the crown jewel of Istanbul into a mosque is intended to rally far-right nationalists. As the choreography of cultural wars goes, it cannot be faulted. Tayyip Erdogan, the Turkish president, a few weeks back decreed that the 1500 years old Hagia Sophia, the Byzantine cathedral turned mosque turned museum, will once again become a mosque. This crown jewel of Istanbul's majestic skyline is being weaponized for the purpose of mass distraction. Mr. Erdogan, the towering figure of Turkey this century, has won more than a dozen electoral victories to sweep aside a parliamentary system with an authoritarian presidency that allows him to rule like a neo-sultan. He is nevertheless under political stress right now. Last year, his winning streak was checked by opposition's triumphs in Istanbul, the capital Ankara, and a string of other important urban centers. These proved he is politically mortal. This year, the coronavirus pandemic has piled strain onto a faltering economy. Mr. Erdogan's success has more to do with his record of delivering strong economic growth than his Islamist revivalism. His ability is in question because the city governments run by his enemies have outperformed national government in the COVID-19 emergency. The Hagia Sophia decree is about more than religious chauvinism. It is calibrated to rally far-right nationalists on whom Mr. Erdogan increasingly depends. Anticipating the outcry from abroad, from Pope Francis to UNESCO to the EU, from the White House to the Kremlin, Mr. Erdogan had his answer ready. Are you ruling Turkey or are we? Yet, this preaching to the converted probably has limited value at home, nor will it endear Mr. Erdogan to his strongman friends, President Putin in Russia, who has assumed the role of champion of the Orthodox Church worldwide, or President Donald Trump in the US, who will rely on evangelical Christian voters for his re-election in November. Now let's see the history. Hagia Sophia was completed in 537 by the Byzantine Emperor Justinian I before the advent of Islam. It became a mosque after the Ottoman conquest in 1453. Later, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, founder of the Turkish Republic, then turned it into a museum in 1934. It is a reminder that identity politics gets especially lethal when laced with religion. Yet, there are different comparative examples as well. Jerusalem is historically the most contested and combustible space in the world. A thrice holy city to Jews, Christians and Muslims, all of whose traditions are in the grain of its stone. It has also seen horrendous carnage. When Christian Crusaders captured Jerusalem in 1099, they slaughtered an estimated 70,000 Muslims and Jews. But Jerusalem has also been an area of courtesy and tolerance. When Muslim armies defeated the Byzantines in Syria and conquered Jerusalem in 637, Umar, the second caliph, refused an invitation from the patriarch to pray in the church. Umar feared it might be seen as a signal to turn the church into a mosque. This showed an understanding that emotive, sacred tradition is not to be trifled with. Even today, after Israel has annexed and colonized Arab East Jerusalem and won Mr. Trump's recognition of all the holy city as Israel's capital, the Israelis enforce a ban on non-Muslim praying within the holy sanctuary or in Haram al-Sharif, housing the Dome of the Rock and Al-Aqsa Mosque, Islam's third holiest site. A contrasting example is the Babri Masjid case at Ayodhya in northern India. There, a 16th century mosque was demolished in 1992 by the followers of RSS, a Hindu parent organization of the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP). Narendra Modi India's current Prime Minister is a lifelong member of the RSS. In November last year, Supreme Court gave the go-ahead to build a temple on the mosque's ruins to Lord Ram, the Hindu deity whose birthplace they claim it was. These two cases provide stark alternatives for Mr. Erdogan to choose between. He seems to prefer the Modi model of painting Turkey's big Sunni Muslim majority as victims. Now Mr. Erdogan has a chance. The history books can compare him to Narendra Modi. The history book can compare him to the Crusaders, to the Spanish invaders of South America, or the history book can compare him with Caliph Umar, the second Caliph of Islam. My message for the people of Turkey is simple. As the great Bertrand Russell said, love is wise, hatred is foolish. Be safe, be woke, be educated. Congratulations, you have made it to the end of this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and check out our other videos. It helps us beat the YouTube algorithm. If you want to be part of our mission of education, share this video with the people you care about.